Let's imagine New York City but with a massive airport 70 meters above Midtown Manhattan. While this clearly sounds like a ridiculous idea, in the 1940s this was an actual plan for a megaproject. In this video, we'll look at insane megaprojects in the world that were never built. Some of these were just insane ideas that didn't seem practical, while others were affected by financial and political constraints. Which of the following projects would you like to see in reality? Let us know in the comments section. The Dream Airport above New York. Everyone has an image in mind when they think of New York, with its cultural landmarks and its iconic skyline, but this image could have looked quite different today, with an insane plan proposed in the 1940s that would have completely changed Midtown Manhattan. In 1946, one of New York's most successful real estate developers, William Zeichendorf, proposed the idea for a rooftop airport in Midtown Manhattan along the shores of the Hudson River. Dubbed New York City's Dream Airport, the megastructure would span the length of 144 Manhattan blocks, with a 70-meter-high deck roughly the size of Central Park. A series of 10-story buildings were to be constructed underneath the deck for waiting areas, ticket offices, and small businesses. The airport wouldn't just accommodate air travel. The plans included piers for ships from the Hudson River, as well as roads and railways beneath the platform. Estimated to cost $3 billion at the time, it would have been the biggest airport project of all time. The most iconic hotel in the world, the hotel attraction. Let's stay in New York and look at another impressive plan from the early 1900s. At that time, the city was witnessing a skyscraper boom. In 1908, the Singer Building became the first skyscraper to cross the height of 150 meters, and it would be followed by giants like the Chrysler Building and the Empire State Building. Across the Atlantic Ocean, the renowned Spanish architect Antoni Gaudí showed a completely different architectural style with attention to detail and curved shapes. His iconic designs for buildings like Casa Milla and Casa Batillo, based on a celebration of nature and Catalan culture, were unlike anything seen in New York. Impressed by Gaudí's genius, two businessmen went to Barcelona in 1908 to convince him to create a masterpiece in New York. Gaudí was interested and proposed a grand hotel that would soar 360 meters into the sky. The exterior of the building would shine using alabaster, glass, and tiles, while its interior would house restaurants, theaters, concert halls, and an exhibition theater at the height of more than 100 meters. At that time, the plans for such a tall building were unprecedented and overwhelming. However, Gaudí was known for accomplishing the unthinkable. In the end, his plans were never finalized, and the reason is that Gaudí had dedicated his life to Barcelona's most famous landmark, the Sagrada Familia, in the following years. The hotel attraction was only at a very early stage, and going to New York would mean leaving behind the Sagrada Familia, a project that Gaudí would work on for a total of 43 years until the end of his life. The project was ultimately abandoned but never forgotten. It was revived once again in 2003 when some Spanish architects submitted the design for the new World Trade Center design competition. While Gaudí's original sketches remain alive to this day, it doesn't seem like the project will ever be built. But if the hotel attraction stood in Manhattan today, it would certainly be one of the most interesting buildings in the world. The Mile High Illinois skyscraper. Chicago is widely considered to be the birthplace of the skyscraper, and according to one famous proposal, it could have been the runaway leader in the quest for building the tallest skyscraper in the world. In 1956, architect Frank Lloyd Wright presented his vision for the Illinois, a mile-high skyscraper. The idea was insane because at the time the tallest building in the world was the Empire State Building, which was less than 1/4 of what the Illinois was proposed to be. Lloyd Wright was against the sprawling cities and wanted to build something that would save space on the ground and take the cities upward. His 8-meter-tall replica of the Illinois included 528 floors, atomic-powered elevators, and parking for 15,000 cars and 100 helicopters. It was a whole city in itself, and Wright said that it could hold all government offices and eliminate the need for other skyscrapers popping up around Chicago. Wright's proposal was impressive. However, it simply wasn't doable at the time. In fact, to this day, the tallest building in the world is the Burj Khalifa, which isn't even half the height proposed for the Illinois. The realization of Wright's design was never considered, which is why there are only a few sketches and models of it still around. America's tallest failed skyscraper. We stay in Chicago. and take a look at a much more realistic skyscraper which was even under construction almost 50 years after Wright's proposal. The Chicago Spire was to become the tallest building in the country, and would have kept that record to this day. It was designed by another famous Spanish architect, Santiago Calatrava, who has designed other impressive projects like the World Trade Center Transportation Hub and Sweden's Turning Torso. The spire was originally proposed in year 2005 and was taken over by Garrett Kelleher of the Shelburne Corporation for construction. The tower would have had a slender curved design that would rise 610 meters into the Chicago sky. With great enthusiasm, the construction of this project began in 2007. Because of the slender design, the tower's foundations had to be very deep, so excavation went 22 meters into the ground. However, just as the foundations were laid down, the progress came to a halt. Like many other projects of the mid-2000s, the Great Recession played a key role in stopping the Chicago Spire. The major financier of the project, the Anglo-Irish Bank, was struggling for survival, so automatically, there was no investment to take the construction further. This started a chain reaction of several lawsuits of different parties, and after ongoing financial problems of the project developer, they were forced to suspend construction. By that time, only the foundation of the spire was completed. In 2013, Shelburne Corporation underwent a bankruptcy reorganization plan, and this incredible project that was supposed to rise over Chicago only left a hole in the ground. 3 years later, Related Midwest took over the site, and after proposing several new plans, the Chicago City Council approved an updated design for 400 Lakeshore Drive in 2020. This project consists of two staircase-like towers with a height of 267 and 233 meters. According to the company, construction will begin this year, so there is hope that the site will not remain a hole in the ground forever. So that's it for today. If you like this video, then please hit the like and subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching.